It's kind of crazy how Love Struck just came out a couple of months ago, and we're already going to be getting the new Life and Death expansion pack in The Sims 4 just next month. Needless to say, this video is long overdue, but I've been a little bit busy with some other projects and things going on, and of course, you all had to subscribe to me and help me hit 100 subscribers, so I needed to take time to celebrate that moment with you all with that build that I did. But I'm here to show you this really fun, cool renovation that I did. And this was my first build to really use the Love Struck pack. And I always like to do a build that really features a pack whenever it comes out because it helps me get used to the new items and how I can use them moving forward. When the Love Struck expansion pack came out, I did a Sims 4 bingo stream on Twitch. And I was just going through homes in the gallery that you all built that used Love Struck. And I like to draw inspiration from other Simmers builds. And I came across this restaurant and it really kind of got me going with the style, and for some reason it just kind of screamed Love Struck because I guess of the world and kind of the vibe and it was giving. So this was the original lot and it's called Via Romanza, and it actually had the romantic aura trait, and it was homey and also chef's kitchen because it was a restaurant. So this was the original build by Kenny02, and again it was a restaurant build, and I thought it would be really fun to kind of convert it into a house. So I'll go ahead and show you what the restaurant looked like because I did draw some inspiration from it. So this is the outside of the build, and I hope you can see, like, just from looking at it, what I was talking about, because when you see this, for some reason, it's just like Love Struck would work so perfectly for this build. Like, it is the perfect build to use Love Struck with. It's just the columns. It's kind of got like romanticism all over it with the very ornate windows and doors and things like that. Whenever you go inside, it was just one story. You have a nice little opening here with the host station and everything, and then your food station and a bar over on this side. But as you can see, it was like all really light tones. So lots of white and just light brown kind of tan tones throughout the whole restaurant. I won't say what I did with that yet, but I did hold true to that in some capacity, and then some of the stylistic choices I definitely kept for the house. So I just wanted to show you all what it started as, because I'm about to show you all what it was converted to. And you might be thinking like, Matthew, why did you convert it to a home and not just try to do a restaurant? And I've actually never done a community lot. I feel very overwhelmed thinking about that and just trying to get used to changing my logic when I go into building a home. I definitely want to in the future to dabble in that more so, but I'm still just trying to pick up my Sims home build right now and get a little more comfortable and get quicker with building them. You'll see I did do something that you might be surprised if you've been around my channel for a while. Here is my conversion of it. I called it the Elegant Eats Estate. It does use a ton of packs, and I am so sorry for that. I could not be stopped. Like, it's an embarrassing number of packs, and it's also extremely expensive. It's 314,000 simoleons, and I don't want to show you the description yet because it'll give away something that I did that I don't want you to know yet. And I'm probably going to butcher this, but I built it, of course, in the Ciudad Enamorada. I don't know if that's how you say it or not, but it's on this lot, 30 by 30 lot. And let's go ahead and check it out. Oh, I'm so excited to show you all this. So this is the new updated kind of version. And I don't mean updated as in this is so much better than the original build. I just mean it's renovated, so it's updated. And I, from the start, wanted to kind of take away the entire white look. And so I added a lot of like gold or kind of bronzy accents to both the columns and the window and door pieces, and then added the railing as well. And I have some ornate embellishments on the ground as well with some of these decor items that we get. So I really wanted to kind of change that vibe of it all because I wanted it to seem more homey in a sense than, you know, a restaurant, since it was originally a restaurant. But lots of like beautiful purples and reds and yellows was kind of the vibe for the outdoors, and I thought that was very much on theme with Love Struck. So I added this pond as well and a bird bath area, a big fountain over here, and just this cute little kind of romanticized courtyard area. And so I really love how this turned out. I added the red roof just to give it a little more appeal and distinction. And then for this part over here, originally there was like this glass roof, but that wasn't really the vibe for me. I didn't want it to be too like modern feeling. So I did this kind of custom pergola over here on the side. Hope you all like kind of how it looks from the outside and the vibes I was going for. And then you can see in the windows here a little detail. I put these statues in the window. So lots of things going on to look at. And I'm not going to be able to cover everything in this video, but I hope you all will want to like check it out for yourselves. I'm going to start with the kitchen because that was the first room I did, and that was the inspo for the entire build. Everything originally started because of this tile. So the tile in the kitchen is literally what kicked this off because as you can tell in the kitchen, used red, yellow, and green. So lots of colors happening, but those were like the main colors from the backsplash in the kitchen. And that kind of bled throughout the entire house because it is open concept. So I wanted the colors to kind of match and work together. I like to do lots of colors with cabinets and mix different colors in my builds. But you have a little door to the backyard. I'm not trying to show the back yet because it kind of exposes the surprise. But you have a door in here to go to the back. And then just really fun, eclectic vibes. And I kind of did this custom bar area over to the side right here. I loved putting the clutter with the bottles and everything on this part, and I thought it was lent to a whole vibe for the space. It almost kind of makes me think like Gatsby vibes in a way, but it's kind of like your own little bar next to the kitchen. And I absolutely love these new hanging plants that we got. So I wanted to incorporate those with the new beams as well. I absolutely love that we have the beams. So that's kind of the vibe that we're going for in this space. And I did pay close attention to do the ceiling. So I used this like Realm of Magic ceiling tile, which I think kind of ties it in really nicely with the vibe that I got throughout the rest of the house. So this was kind of what we're working with. The kitchen, of course, is on a platform. I love using platforms. But I love cluttering kitchens so much, you guys. And as you could tell in that minimalist build that I did recently, that kitchen, it was so hard to walk away from without putting so much clutter in it. But this is the vibe. This is what we kind of got. I put a little peninsula over here on this side, and so those are the vibes we're working with here. So off of the kitchen, you have this dining space. Again, you can kind of see immediately I used green. I carried the green over. These are the Love Struck seats as well. I pulled this rug, which has this reddish and pink and gold color tones to it. So I put this wall as a faint pink, so it doesn't scream pink, but it is pink. So I have pink in the plant vase here, some pink over here with the red, and the red's an accent color as well right here, and a little bit of yellow. And that's because the backdrop right here with this wallpaper as an accent wall, I used the yellow and green wallpaper. One thing that I liked pointing out was that Love Struck, to me, in my opinion, had three primary swatches of things. Basically, looking at the wallpapers and the objects, you could divide it into plants, animal skins, and hearts, essentially, love-themed things, which makes a lot of sense. Like, you have the plants, the florals, all of these are flowers, so you got a ton of swatches for that. But then you had this swatch, too, that was kind of plant-based, and then you had this, which was the animal print, so lots of different prints with that. And then you had kind of, not so much with the wallpaper, but you had this, which doesn't necessarily scream like heart and love. We had plenty of objects that are hearts and heart-themed things. And so I brought that up because I just want to highlight that for this theme, even though it was like primarily focused around Love Struck, I focused more on the floral plant vibes from Love Struck. This is meant to be like a nice formal sitting area in the living space. So I put the Realm of Magic fireplace over here, which is kind of a nice yellow tone, and then the light pink tones continue through, and then look again, red and green. So we have red, green, yellow, which is the same vibes from the kitchen. It's just in some different kind of more muted tones. And then you have a nice little kind of custom seating area built into the window space over here with a lot of plants. You all know I love my plants. So this was supposed to be more of like a formal sitting area. And then on this side is more of your like living space, I would say, because you have the TV over here where you can sit down, watch TV, hang out. And I just overlapped two of these cabinets to kind of do this custom media cabinet area under the TV. And I love mix and matching furniture in this build. I did mix and match quite a bit, and I think it works really well. I wanted to tie the light pink color from over here a little bit more throughout. So, you know, I put touches of pink over here. You even have that nice like pink, blue, and green color in the candles. And I wanted to incorporate over here with more than just, you know, the hippo and the flowers. So I wanted a main furniture piece. So this couch is this nice pink color. And I think it kind of ties the whole space when you look top down. It pulls in a lot of the color themes together. And I think it works. And then I put this little pet corner over here and the dog treats on this little table next to the front door. If you remember or may not remember in the original build with the restaurant, they had these indoor ivy plants, and I was like, how cool would it be in your house to have an indoor kind of plant wall? And so that was a little bit of pulling from the restaurant themes more so. But I wanted to do like an homage to that in this space. I think this is a really fun living space. It took me an embarrassingly long time, and trust me when I say that, because I think I streamed 14 different times on this build. I streamed 14 times for this build, and all of them are on my VODs channel. I don't expect anyone to really watch them, but you can if you want to. I'll put them in the description below. Good luck if you make it through that. But I was just really indecisive, and I was still trying to learn the game a good bit, and I also was just trying to learn how to mix Love Struck. And I found out that Love Struck works really well with high school years, and the Realm of Magic, like those two work really well with Love Struck with the color schemes that tie in together. And then we have the primary bedroom over here, and this one was really fun. I did blues and greens with a touch of like purple as an accent color. So I put the bed on a nice little platform and had these blue nightstands, which I thought matched the headboard really well. But then the bedding was green. So I thought this was like the perfect picture to put over it because you get a lot of blues, greens, and purples. And from there, I just kind of used purple as this light little accent. So you have it in the yoga, you have it in your Kleenex box over here, and then just a couple of touches of it there, and you have purple in this painting too. So I tried to be really intentional with the color schemes throughout this house and in each room. And I added a touch of yellow, which I thought worked really well in this space too, to provide a little bit of a lighter color because all of these are dark blues, greens, and purples, and I wanted a little pop of something. And I had a lot of fun kind of mismatching the curtains, which I don't really do very much, but having this kind of purple with the green and pink one over here was kind of iconic in my opinion. I think it works really well. It's like a really fun vibe. It's a lot of great energy in the space. So I don't know. Let me know what you think about that if you ever do weird color combinations, but I think I pulled it off and it worked really well. But you have a nice desk area. And I forgot to mention too that these kind of trellis looking things on the side here, I just overlaid these pieces, and that's how I got that effect. I thought it was kind of cool because without them it just looked pretty empty with this one canvas, and I wanted to do something kind of fun with that by the platforms. So I just thought it lent more interest to the bedroom as a whole to have that there. I thought I'd incorporate kind of this costume trunk in the primary bedroom because it's a fun item that I definitely did not want to not include. And this mirror matched perfectly with the green vibes from the rug. And this is from the Cozy Bistro kit. And I thought that I couldn't not add that. So I thought it added to the space. And normally this isn't like a mirror you'd see in a bedroom, but I think it works with the vibes. And it has this nice kind of ornate detail to it that matches the windows and the doors in the house. So it matched the flooring and the rug too. So it was just too perfect to not use. Off of the primary bedroom, you have your primary bath, which I really love this bathroom. I think it's pretty fun with the reds and greens. And again, I tried to use as much of Love Struck as possible. And also, this is from the Cozy Bistro as well. It was kind of funny how some of the restaurant stuff that we got in that pack actually worked well in the house and matched some of the vibes of Love Struck. But yeah, it's just a cute little bathroom. I love the flooring in here with that green marble. Are you kidding me? This is like my favorite color of green in The Sims, and we have a lot of items that are this color, so I wanted to use this color everywhere. And then I did the fun custom shower look because in Love Struck we got this new door, so I had to incorporate that. So we have this nice little shower off to the side. I really love how it turned out. I think it matches really well with the shelling on the tile, and I think it matches kind of this pattern on the wallpaper too perfectly. So I just thought it was a lot of fun to do this bathroom. The teens bedroom, this was my favorite room by far to do in this whole house. I love cluttering teenagers' bedrooms or kids' bedrooms in general, but definitely more teenagers' bedrooms for me personally. This was just iconic to me. I used this accent wallpaper to inspire the entire room. So we have this like minty green with the pink and yellow. So I kind of tried to incorporate that color scheme throughout. I used so much of Love Struck, the little lip couch here and this little guy, the Herbert Hart. And I think this bedroom turned out super cute. This is from the login rewards, the mini fridge. I do this a lot in my teen bedrooms. I like having a seating area that's like a hangout space for if you have friends over, you can hang out over here, have a little mini fridge. I would have loved to have had a bedroom like this growing up, but I love the clutter in this bedroom. It took me forever to do, but I think it paid off, and I love the little stars that we got. And so I put those all around, all the posters and things around the bed. I had so much fun with this bedroom, and I know it's a lot to take in all at once. I can't get through everything, but I just really, really love diving into bedrooms like this. So that's kind of the vibe with the teens space, and everything just, chef's kiss. I love it so much. I know I sound like I'm bragging on myself, but I just have so much fun doing these. And then off of that is the main bathroom. So I pretended, of course, that this was like the main teens bathroom. So I wanted it to be a little cluttered and messy, like you have a messy teen in this bathroom space. And I used Realm of Magic, and I thought that it kind of lent to some interesting vibes to have the gold accents with like this elaborate pattern and ornate pattern that we get throughout the house. But then to kind of have a touch of modern. These are from Jungle Adventure, and I thought the color scheme with the wallpaper, as you can see, a theme throughout this build, the wallpaper kind of led the way for each room. I kind of picked a wallpaper I wanted to use and use that as the actual defining inspo for the room itself and what colors I was going to use. That's what inspired this room, which also kind of has this minty kind of color with the red, yellow, and green. So again, red, yellow, green in the bathroom space over here. And I thought with the combo of different packs in this bathroom alone uses a lot of packs. But I think it works really well together, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun. The main thing that ties in the Realm of Magic stuff is this mirror, the metal color of the mirror and the lighting. So some of the fixtures match with the shower and the toilet. So I don't know, that was kind of the vibe, and these shelves over here too with the matching metal swatches for the most part. But I wanted to incorporate a cute little platform for the toilet and put like you're having a little extra privacy with the curtains here. So I thought that was kind of a cute vibe. And then the last thing I will show you before the surprise that I have going on is this space, the outer courtyard space that's open to the outside. So you come through, you have this beautiful archway with the lanterns. I just think it's such a vibe, and you have all of the statues in the windows. This was a really fun space to build, and this is kind of like a nice little tea room is what I was going for out here. Just a nice little landing platform with some lanterns, lots of gold accents, plants, and just lends for a fun space to hang out. Okay, and so now let's head to the backyard. So for the backyard, I put this cute little like picnic space, which at night I think is super fun vibes for like a romantic evening out if you wanted to do a cute little staycation date night type situation at home. So I thought this was a really pretty touch. And then I added this pergola, which I think is just beautiful to the outside and fits the like elegance of this home really, really well with the bonfire pit. And I put a row of these fountains over here, again, just lending to kind of this grandeur of the build itself. And then off of that, you have this outdoor kitchen space, which I think is really, really nice and beautiful. I would love to have something. I have to have something like this in my future home. I have to have an outdoor cooking space. That's huge. Like I need a huge outdoor kitchen. And then over here is just your back porch. So that was off of the kitchen space, and just kind of stacked these and just made one of them smaller. I thought that was a cute little vibe with the plants there. Put a chess table out here so you can get that logic up. That leads me to over here. As you might see, we have some fancy decor and things going on and a staircase leading up. So if you remember, the original build was a restaurant, as I've said 20 times. I took the sign from the original build and I kind of put this like the bistro menu up right here. And I did a rooftop restaurant as an ode to the original build. So if you remember, the original build didn't have this space that was used upstairs, and this wasn't here at all. This balcony I built and added on. I kind of extended the walls. I made the original shell a little bit bigger for the downstairs. I hadn't done a restaurant before, and I was like, this is the perfect time to get out of my comfort zone a little bit. So from the outside, you can see you have this massive balcony going up here and the outdoor seating. And you might be wondering, like, Matthew, why did you make the staircase like this, or the entrance? It looks a little awkward. That was because this was an afterthought. I was actually finished with the inside. This was a last minute add-on that I did, and it took me quite a few more hours to do. My thought process was, you have all of these like vendors out here in this park area and places to eat. I was like, well, it kind of fits the vibe to have off of this entrance right here a restaurant that you could go to if you wanted to. So it kind of worked, but fitting the staircase down into the original floor plan after I'd already done all of this was going to be a nightmare. So I did not want to deal with that. So I was like, it has to be an outdoor staircase. And that's why I made this landing here. But once you enter up on this part right here, you have the hostess station, which I think is super cute. Lots of clutter with pastries, tea, things like that, and your restaurant sign. And then this was the vibe. So the lighter kind of white, beigey colors and tan colors was an ode to the original restaurant, because it was a lot of those white colors there too. So that's why I used a lot of, for these swatches of the cabinets and this bar, the white tones and the white and gold tones over here on this wall. and just throughout on the flooring. So I tried to do my own kind of take on the original restaurant in some regard. But this is the restaurant space. I think it worked really well. Again, it's red, yellow, and green. So I carried that color scheme throughout the whole build. You have a fancy little bathroom over here. I used Realm of Magic here. And then this is actually from Get Famous. And I thought that was a really cute touch because it lends more of that like fancy vibe that we were going for in the bathroom or for the build in general. But you know, why not have your bathroom look fancy too while you're at it? But this was kind of the vibe that I was going for in the restaurant bathroom. And then you have your kitchen, which is the you know, most important space for the build for the restaurant. So I wanted to clutter it up a lot, have lots of pots and pans everywhere. Of course, have the station here, and I just put a ton of cabinets and kind of stuck with that theme of the green and yellow from downstairs up here. I think it matches really well with the whole vibe of the restaurant. So I did a surprise restaurant upstairs that I wasn't planning on doing originally, but I think this build turned out way better than I could have imagined. I even skipped this part over here with the wishing well. So you have this nice fancy wishing well next to your telescope. So you can wish that you do not die while looking through the telescope. That's the build. I hope you all enjoy it. And if you play in it, let me know. I spent way too much time on it, but I hope you all can appreciate the detail that went into this build. It took me forever for a reason, and I had a blast with it, so I hope you all do too. If you're able to download it, again, I'm sorry for all of the packs. And then as you all know, I like to hide objects in my builds, and in this build, I hid what I'm calling the rare spice bottle, kind of this ode to the original restaurant. So happy finding, good luck with it, and I hope you have fun. But now that we're starting to get into spooky season, I have a lot of plans. I hope I can execute them. But I've already started my largest build I've ever done in The Sims, and it may or may not have 7 levels. So be on the lookout for that because I think it's going to be super iconic. But I have some other things planned as well for spooky season. I want to do all of the spooky builds I can. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and feel free to subscribe if you want to stick around for more. Thank you so much again for helping me grow my channel, and I hope to see you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Okay, bye. I hadn't looked at this build in like a month, it feels like, and I feel like I just surprised myself with how detailed it was whenever I was touring it. My footage is already way too long for this, so I'm gonna have to edit a good bit.